Welcome to Bridge Mathematics 1, Module 7, Topic 3, Measures of Variability. What is range? The easiest way to measure the variation among a set of values is to use what is called the range. This is simply the distance between the highest value or the largest value and the bottom value or the lowest value of a given data set. When can you use range? Range gives us a quick picture of the difference or distance between the highest and the lowest values in a given dataset. It is a rough measure of variation because it tells us about the spread of the extreme scores and not the spread of any of the scores in between. It can help in situations where you need to make an immediate or surface choice between a few options, like when choosing which restaurant has the fastest delivery time on average, or which subscription package gives you more perks and benefits. Range is used in areas where there are small fluctuations, such as stock market and rate of exchange. Range may be used in day-to-day activities, like daily sales in a grocery store, monthly wages in a factory, and others. Range is used in a weather forecasts to indicate the fluctuations of temperature in a day. When the researcher is only interested in the extreme scores or total spread of the scores, range is the most useful measure of variability. Range can also be used when the data are too scant or too scattered to justify the use of the most appropriate measure of variability. Why do we use range? Unlike the other measures of variation, range actually measures total dispersion, or the degree of scatter of data between the smallest and the largest values. The other measures of variation calculate for relative dispersion around a measure of central tendency like the mean. Here are a few strengths of range. The range is ideal for preliminary work or in other circumstances where precision is not an important requirement. It is quite useful in cases where the purpose is only to find out the extent of extreme variation, such as temperature, rainfall, and others. Range is effectively used in the application of tests of significance with small samples. However, the problem with using range is that it is extremely sensitive to outliers. This means that one number far away from the rest of the data will greatly alter the value of the range. Because the information range provides is rather limited, it is seldom used in statistical analysis. But that does not mean it should not be used at all. In fact, understanding the concept of range is the first stage to understanding the more complex measures of variability. How do you calculate range? R is equal to HV minus LV, where R represents range, HV represents highest value, LV represents lowest value. To calculate the range, follow these steps. Step 1. Find the highest value in the dataset. Step 2. Find the lowest value in the dataset. And lastly, subtract the lowest value from the highest value in the dataset. Easy, right? Let's start solving some samples, shall we?